Alright, y'all, so as usual, I'm late to the party. Um, got my little niece in my lap, so hopefully she don't make any noise, mess up my video. But if she does, it'll be alright. So anyway, turns out that, Manny Pacquiao ended up getting stripped of the WBA super title, which is something that I said I would like to see happen if he's not going to fight another top level welterweight or even fight anyone that's even remotely in contention or should be deserving of a title shot in his next fight. That, with him holding the title for as long as he has, it was time for the WBA to move on from Manny Pacquiao. So they basically gave Manny Pacquiao emeritus status, or champion in recess, so that, when and if he decides he wants to come back and contend at welterweight, he has an automatic line, a direct line to a title shot for the WBA, which is a good concept, a good idea. Not sure where Pacquiao is going to be once he decides to do that, because all the rumors are that Pacquiao is supposed to be trying to run for president at some point in the Philippines. So we know he's already a senator over there, congressman or whatever he is. So he has obligations that tie him up for a large part of the year. So he's not really an active fighter at this stage. So with all of that being said, we know that Manny Pacquiao being demoted, or whatever you want to say, to champion emeritus or champion in recess could end up being a permanent thing, to where he never actually comes back and contends for that title for the WBA. And by that time, whoever the WBA champion, which I'm hearing Dennis Ugas, has been elevated to super champion because he was a regular champion. He could have fought unification bouts at that point by the time Manny Pacquiao comes back. If he does, we have no idea, who may hold the WBA super title at that point, or how many other titles that person may hold. So if Pacquiao wants to have one last hurrah, it may be a good situation for him to come back and get a shot versus a unified champion automatically, because he has that WBA champion in recess status. But quite honestly, I will say that this is probably the most diplomatic way to handle the situation with Manny Pacquiao, being as though he's done the things that he's done in the sport, and he is the man that he is. I feel like it was the most dignified way for them to say, hey, Manny, thank you for everything you've done. However, we have to move on, and we're acknowledging you and your greatness and acknowledging what you've done. But it's time for us to it's time for us to move forward. And I feel like that was the right thing to do. There's no embarrassment to him or nothing like that. But the reality is that the champion has to fight. And Manny Pacquiao hasn't had a single fight since he took that title from Keith Thurman. So with all of that being said, I'm eager to see how everything shakes out in the welterweight division. And I'm eager to see what happens with Manny Pacquiao next. I'm definitely not excited. I'm looking forward to this so-called fight with him and Ryan Garcia, especially if it's an exhibition bout. But you go on in there. But regardless of how they're going to do it, for me personally, I'm just not interested in it. But that's just the way it is. That's all I gotta say on the subject. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.